adjusted. Maybe. Let me see. I could roll with that. I think.
You really hate Hennessy that bad?
Hennessy is terrible. It really is.
Or you never liked it?
I mean, I'll drink it if it's all that's there, but I don't like. I gotta like water it down with like pop or something like heavy, so I can enjoy. Not even enjoy it, just tolerate it.
Right.
I'm not a Hennessy type of guy.
I don't really like dark liquor, period, for real.
I do like some Jack, some Jameson. There's a couple whiskeys I could fool with, but back up on my bubble, back up on the scene.
Okay.
You gotta refresh it.
Here it is.
I gotta do this every week with you. Every week. Hit that refresh joint. And scroll down till you see that little right there. Boom. Oh. Let me see something real quick on your thing. You gotta wait. You got the Facebook? Oh, there it go. Text Paul and hit paste on the message. So he said he wanted to like had a link to the show. And just send that. All right, you ready, Mr. Lateness? Dante's late to the party, y'all.
No,
as usual. We were supposed to go on like 3 hours ago. He decided to go run some errands at the last minute. That's what I deal with every week. Every week is something with this guy. But what's going on, everybody? We are back.
Mm-hmm.
We are back. We are back.
Yes.
For Black and White Just Sports, I am Pat.
I'm Dante.
Here with our latest episode. Make sure this don't got no volume going. I can't tell if it do or don't, so I'm just gonna say fuck it. Yeah, we here. We live. I ate that Chinese way too quick. My stomach hurts a little bit.
No.
Oh, but yeah, we're here with the latest episode. Newest episode. What else? What else do I feel like saying? All them social media joints, the Facebook, the group and the page, Black and White Just Sports. Go watch them or join them and like them. Go to YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube page, watch our YouTube videos, share our YouTube videos. All that shit would be appreciated, y'all. We really would appreciate it.
Definitely would.
What else? Twitter, Instagram, Black and White Just Sports. Have the little sports post there. Keep you up to date on your good old sporting news. Anything you want to say?
Not at all. Let's get it.
Okay, shit. We're going to get right on into the show. Probably the biggest news in sports this week is that James Harden trade. I told y'all before the trade deadline was over, he was gone. I thought he would be gone before the season started, but I guess they thought that they could make this team work with him, and he was just unhappy the whole entire time. It was a pretty big trade. Multiple teams involved. The Cavs, the Rockets, of course, Brooklyn. It was like his first choice. Who else? I think Milwaukee, for whatever reason, had a draft in there. Let's see. The Nets, they sent Jared Allen, defensive center, and Taurean Prince to Cleveland. Karis LeVert and what else? Rodions Kurucs.
No name.
I don't know who he is. And first 3-round picks, they all went to Houston. They swapped some picks. Houston also got Dante Exum and another 2022 pick from Cleveland. That was from Milwaukee. Milwaukee gets a 2024 second-round pick. And, of course, they get James Harden. So, I mean, of course, you would think that the Nets for sure have locked up the East. You would think. Let's take some things into perspective. Kyrie Irving has been missing damn near the whole entire season.
Yeah, this shit is crazy with him. And I'm gonna get into it in a second.
Listen, he took some time off for personal reasons. Comes out, I think he was in Canada for a family birthday party. No masks were being worn, so he got in trouble for that. He was found a couple days ago on a Zoom call, like 5 minutes before the game started, that he didn't dress for. I don't know, man. This man is something else. Listen, don't get me wrong. He's doing good. He's done good outside off the basketball court, paying people's tuitions. That Zoom call, I believe, was some type of what was the meeting about? Some injustice or rights,
social injustice,
something along those lines. So good for him. But the thing is, you need to do this stuff when you're not
supposed
to be working,
or in the off season or something.
Okay, there's no problem even doing this on your off days. But when you're supposed to be at work, you got to show up.
Be work, right?
And you got to produce one way or the other. 90% of the world, the country, doesn't have that luxury where they could just say, I'm not coming to work and I'm just going to go do this.
We all wish we had that luxury.
The man's a millionaire. He has a shoe deal. He gets money from basketball, and I'm sure he has plenty of other endorsements. He can risk it. If he wants to walk away from basketball today, he can, and he'll be set. But any other of us, if we just called up a job like, hey, I don't feel like coming in, and then you start doing all these other things, you find out you're probably going to get fired.
Right. Easily.
Right? He has the luxury of not being a talented basketball player. But my guy, if you don't want to play basketball no more, no one's twisting your arm. Just leave. There's been some rumors he was unhappy with the Nets front office. He didn't like the hiring of Steve Nash. They said him and KD weren't talking for a little bit. So I don't know. I mean, the guy is different. I'll go with that. He's different. But then I saw something, I think today or yesterday, that he plans on coming back, but he can't come today's game because he's still in them COVID protocols that he's got to deal with now. Because he's been seen without the mask and he broke the rules. He also got fined for missing games, so he's losing money on top of it. I don't know, my guy. Like I said, if you don't want to play basketball more, no one's twisting your arm. Don't go do it. I could appreciate you doing all the things I appreciate all the things that you're doing outside of basketball, but you still got to show up to work. All right, you could do it on your off days, on your off time, on the off season, all that, and still go to work and still do what you need to do, and you're not. So I don't know. So he is up in the air, Kyrie Irving. I mean, KD looks like he's back on track. He doesn't look like he's lost a step.
Not at all.
He's balling.
MVP candidate right now.
Probably. I mean, it's only 2-3 weeks into the season, but he's definitely running the offense through who, Tino?
Jokic. We'll get that in a second.
Oh, he's talking about
we'll get there in a second.
Yeah,
I'm going there.
Don't worry, Dante's a Jokic hater. He'll talk about it. But then, I mean, listen, James Harden has been probably top 3 of the best scorers in the league for some years now, 5 years at least. The man can put up points. But number one, he had the drama this year, the offseason. He didn't show up to practices. He was seen jet skiing or something, hanging out with other stars, rappers or movie stars, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Big kicking it.
Yeah, kicking it tough. Comes into the game. There was an announcer. There's a clip somewhere where the announcer is talking about it. This man is overweight right now. He is completely out of shape. He is really chubby right now. So that man's got to get into basketball shape. All right. And here's the thing about James Harden. Let me wet my palate here. Come on, man. When are you going to get the job done? Because you got no more excuses. Especially now, you have no more excuses. You had Dwight Howard. Yeah, he was probably towards the end of his career.
Yeah, I'm about to say, when Dwight went to Houston, he was on the end tail.
Listen, I mean, he produced with the Lakers last year, and that's like 4 years later after he's gone from Houston.
He was remotivated.
The man would produce. I mean, of course, where's he at? Philly now, I think, or
Philly.
I don't think he's
back
doing
up to Embiid.
I don't know.
No, he's not doing much.
Doing anything.
Embiid don't.
But
the man,
but listen, you had Dwight Howard, didn't like him. They got the Rockets got rid of him. You bring in CP3, probably a top 5 point guard, maybe of all time, at least the last 50 years. Y'all butted heads. Here's the thing: CP3 is a little bulldog. All right, he'll get at you, and I just think that James Harden's skin wasn't thick enough. They bumped heads. They got rid of him. They bring in your boy. Russell Westbrook, from back in the day, that didn't work. They got rid of him. What are you cheering about?
Breaking news, people. Harden is playing tonight. Harden is available for Nets debut tonight against the Orlando Magic.
Okay, he's still fat right now.
He's still going to put up 25.
He's going to play 20, 25 minutes.
No, he's going to play more than that. He's not like he's been injured. He's going to play more than 25 minutes.
He's not in basketball shape, man. Listen, Harden, it's time for the step up. Enough. You've been crying. You got rid of teammates. Lightweight. I mean, the man's a hell of a player, man. His offense is ridiculous, although he very lackluster on defense. I think he travels a bit. He whines on fouls, but the man can put up points at any given. He could drop 30 in his sleep. But come on, man, it's time to step up. You now have KD. You probably have Kyrie if he's done with his mission work. And saging basketball courts. That man's wild.
You is crazy.
Man, Kyrie crazy. That man was walking up and down the Garden Center in Boston, saging the court. That guy is wild. Oh, he is a trip. But come on, man, you got a team. If you don't get it done now, you just shut up and just shut up. I'm tired of Harden. He's been a crybaby. He's a big crybaby this season. Oh, I don't want to be here. The team isn't good. They got John Wall. I mean, John Wall's coming off injury, yes, but he's been a prolific
John Wall's been having a good season so far. 18 and
Cousins, 7. Yeah, it's not what he used to be,
but he still can produce.
He can give you a couple points.
Right.
Of course, they got a new coach. I guess he didn't want that coach, Silas. But I mean, come on, man. They've given you what you want in Houston. They paid you. They gave what you want. They brought in pieces that didn't work. You didn't like the pieces. You complained. You complain more now, and they got rid of you. So, I mean, good for Houston. I mean, they got some decent pieces. Caris LeVert, score, put up points. They got Oladipo, still got a little bit left in the tank. He can put up points. John Wall's been doing all right.
Yeah, Marcus you got Christian Woods. He's going to win Most Improved Player this year.
So, man, they got pieces. I mean,
yes, Houston has enough pieces to make a playoff, to make the playoffs.
They can definitely make the playoffs. They won't do anything in the playoffs. They probably get bounced the first round. But listen, they got some pieces for the future. At least put some butts in the stands when people can go back.
Right.
But, hey, man, it's time to step up. If the Nets don't get to the finals, it's a huge disappointment. I don't know how these teams are going to coexist. Harden didn't coexist with Westbrook. They both wanted the ball. Kyrie wants the ball. Harden wants the ball. KD can play off. He played off of Steph and still put up like 28 a game. So KD can do it. Can the other two? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Kyrie. Let me say this about Kyrie too, man. He wanted out of Cleveland because he wanted his own team. He didn't want to be the Batman to LeBron. So they trade him to the Celtics. He was a fucking locker room killer, a team killer in the Celtics. They did better without him. He gets traded to Brooklyn. Is injured again. Was the story of his whole career.
He's been balling this year.
And then they bring in KD, who is definitely a Batman. He is not a Robin. So then Kyrie turns into a Robin. It's not your team no more. And then they bring in Harden. So now you're fighting for Robin's spot because you got another superstar on your team. Like, didn't you want your own team? Why do you need two other superstars on your team? Come on, make up your mind. You either want to be Batman or you want to be Robin or you want to be Batgirl because Harden might come in and be Robin, so you're Batgirl now.
This is the thing, though. I don't think that's why I think Kyrie is kind of upset with the organization because I don't think he really signed off on the Harden trade because he knew he would have had to take a back seat. So that's one of the reasons why I think he's upset. I don't think he fully wanted to get James Harden because he didn't want to be a third option, which who can blame him with his talent?
I mean, of course. But
so, I mean, he kind of has a point there.
But here's the thing. Wasn't it was it last year before the season started or maybe this year before the season started? He said we still need one more piece. Wasn't that him that said that? We need a third piece.
Yeah, you may need a third piece, but that don't mean the third piece has to be better than me or on my level.
Hey, beggars can't be choosers.
So, I mean, and again, I'm going to get back on Kyrie in a second, people. Harden, the way Harden went about that trade to get forced out of Houston was all wrong. I lost a little bit of respect for Houston. For Harden, and I like Harden. But
here's the thing.
This is your teammates because he doesn't have a bad team. I don't know why he said that. They don't have a I can name 10, 15 teams with way worse rosters than Houston.
But so
for him to call out his teammates and like Boogie said, Boogie made a great ass point. he was done with the team long before the season even started.
Before the season started, he didn't want to
be there. He coming to the thing out of shape. He's not giving 100% on the court. The comments he's making in the media talking about the team isn't good enough and I can't win with these guys. Like, what? You're supposed to be the leader of the team, the best player. Why would you even say that? Like, you bring the whole morale of the team down. Like, you would never hear LeBron or Kobe or Jason Kidd or leaders like that say some shit like that. And they've played on lackluster teams, and you've never heard any of them say no shit like that. For him to say something like that kind of made me lose a little bit of respect for that. I know you want it out. It's nothing wrong with that. You're a competitor. You're a top 10 player in the league. You had a right to want to be on a championship team, especially this age in your career. But it's the way you go about it, man. The way he went about it was just jacked up, man. I didn't really appreciate that. With Kyrie's not focused on basketball right now. That's not his number one priority. And it's clear. It's clear it's not his number one priority, because if it was, he would be in the gym, he would be around the team, he would be talking to the coaches, he would be talking to his GM. Well, the GM did talk to him yesterday. You're supposed to be available for the night. But like Pat said earlier, he's still dealing with the NBA protocol of the COVID and all of that, because he was away so long. So he has to wait at least another game before he can join the team. But Kyrie, you got to make a decision, man. Are you either going to be an activist or you going to be an NBA basketball player? You can't do both.
He can't hold on.
You can do both.
LeBron does it.
But you can't do it. LeBron's main full focus is the NBA.
Well, here's the thing.
LeBron's not doing social activist stuff in the middle of the way Kyrie went about it was you didn't talk to the coach.
When Trayvon Martin happened, they had the hoodies. When what was it, Gardner, the guy that got choked to death, they wore the I Can't Breathe shirts.
Right.
Like, he's doing it, but he's not letting it interfere with his job.
Exactly.
You could do it both.
I don't mind him being an activist or wanting to do for the community. That's great. I love Kyrie for that.
You could do both, but just don't miss basketball.
Right, don't miss the games, dog. Like, this team depends on you to get them to the finals or to win a championship. I don't think they're going to win a championship with just KD and Harden. That's just me. I don't think they can beat the Lakers with just James Harden and Kevin Durant. With Kyrie pushed them over the top, whether he's a second option or third option, whatever way y'all want to put it. Having all three of them push them over the top of anyone else in the league. With just KD and Harden, can they get out of the East with that? Yes, but it's going to be way tougher because, like I keep reiterating, and we're going to get to this a little bit later in the show, Philly is a problem, man. Like, Philly is a problem.
They look good. I'll give it to them. They look good, but
Philly's balling right now. Embiid's playing with a whole new motivation. He just had 45 the other night.
He's got a coach that knows what he's doing.
Ben Simmons
Brent Brown was trash. I told you that. He never should have been that coach from day one. He's
not shooting as many threes. He's down there bullying people like he's supposed to.
Brent Brown was terrible. He had the worst record, maybe. I think it was close to league history with the Sixers when they talked about the process. He was never the man for the job. All right. He was a terrible coach. He wasn't the guy for that team. Doc Rivers
is a way better coach.
Absolutely.
He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows how to utilize the best of his players.
But here's the thing. Again, it's the regular season, proven in the playoffs, but they do look good right now.
Boston looks good. Milwaukee's still a problem. You can't sleep on Milwaukee. Milwaukee's big.
You know, speaking of Milwaukee,
I'm going to get right to you. The main problem, yes, the Nets should be the number one offensive team in the league if all three of these dudes play. Even if Harden and KD play, they should still be top 5. But if all three of them are playing, they should be the best offense in the league without question. They should be putting up 120 every night, easily.
Who, the Nets?
The Nets.
Oh, yeah,
easily. But them losing Jared Allen, I think, kind of hurt them.
That's going to hurt.
They don't have any size at all. They have Jeff Green starting the 5 right now.
I don't know.
Jeff Green, what is Jeff Green? 6'9" and weigh 220. Like, if they play a team that's big, Philly, Milwaukee,
outside of Philly,
they play a team that's big, they're going to be in major trouble, dog. Like the Lakers. The Lakers are big. If they go in there and play a big team, they're going to have problems. Doc Rivers is going to have to adjust or pick up a free agent that's a big man or something, because they have no size, like none. Yes, they have DeAndre Jordan, but he's over the hill now. Let's just be real. Can he grab a couple of rebounds here and there? Can he?
What you need to do, give you like 15, 20 minutes a game.
But is he going to stop a Giannis or a Brook Lopez? No. Is he going to stop an Embiid? No.
Here's the thing. here's the thing. Number one, nobody's stopping Giannis for the most part, except himself. Nobody's
stopping Embiid.
Nobody's stopping it. Who in the East has anybody that can match up with Embiid?
None.
Exactly.
Right. Those are the top three teams in the East right now: the Nets, Philly, and
Embiid.
Milwaukee.
Listen, Embiid's gonna get his. That's just no. There's the only other person in the league that can maybe match up with him is Anthony Davis, maybe Jokic.
Right.
Maybe Woods right now.
Yeah, Woods is balling. He should win most.
I mean, who else? Nobody really.
Right,
that man's gonna score. So I mean, the Nets, as far as it goes with Jeff Green, yeah. I mean, listen, they don't have size, but they only technically need size with one, maybe two teams. Brook Lopez isn't gonna torch you for 30
No, he's
points.
not good. He's not a scorer, but he's a shot blocker. But he's a rim protector. And then you still got Giannis.
So you could put DeAndre Johnson on Brook Lopez just to
Jordan.
Get some. Oh yeah, what did I say? DeAndre
Johnson.
Okay, yeah, DeAndre Jordan. You could put DeAndre Jordan on Brook just to box him out.
Right, yeah, I agree with that.
Outside of that, you don't need him.
So you're gonna put KD on Giannis? He's gonna get in foul trouble.
But here's the thing. Here's one thing with the Nets. They lost Dinwiddie. They just got rid of LeVert. They're dwindling down their bench. Okay, so when it comes
their
down,
bench is very slim.
Listen, it went from a loaded team
to
now role players to
they're going to struggle.
Slim down. So
I want to see how this works out with all three.
Yeah, absolutely. They need to worry about their bench play because outside of those three, they need somebody to score.
I mean, Joe Harris is probably the fourth best player on their team just because he's a shooter.
That's not saying much. I mean, outside of shooting,
like Joe Harris is definitely Dinwiddie technically is the fourth best player, but he's hurt. But other than that, Joe Harris is definitely the fourth best player on the Nets team.
But going back to a point I was thinking about, what I read, I don't know how true it is, but there was a scenario where they were talking about the Nets trading Kyrie.
I can see that happening
to Milwaukee for Drew Holiday, and I think some the scenario they gave it was for Kyrie for Drew Holiday, DiVincenzo.
Oh yeah, the white guy,
and like a draft pick or something like that.
I'm gonna tell you like this: if you put Kyrie with Giannis, and they still got Brook Lopez and Middleton, they're coming out the East. I'm telling you that. Simple and plain.
I would absolutely put them up against.
If Kyrie goes with Giannis, with Middleton, and you still got Brook Lopez and Portis, and their bench is not bad, they're coming out of the East. I would pick them to beat the Brooklyn Nets in the 7-game series if they get Kyrie and Giannis.
Listen,
I definitely would.
Is that trade real? Is the convo real? I don't know. I just read about it, but I can see.
I can see that happening. I could definitely see that.
Kyrie's not happy. He's not happy with the
and he's definitely not happy right now.
And the Nets aren't happy with him.
I could definitely see that happening.
If you could ship him off for Drew Holiday,
yeah, Drew Holiday's not a scrub. I think he would fit good with the Nets. He is a defender. He can score. He passes. He plays D.
He's not going to need 30 shots.
Right, he don't need 30, maybe 15 shots if that some nights.
And then that'd be a nice.
Right, yeah, I think that would work. I think that trade would actually work for both teams. Oh, probably. Yeah, Kyrie would be he wouldn't be the man, but he definitely would be the go-to guy in the clutch.
Oh, for sure.
So I think that would work out excellent for both teams. The Nets and the Bucks will be on a collision course to the Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah. But like I said, you cannot keep sleeping on Philly. Philly's going to have something to say when it's all said and done. Ben Simmons is still being Ben Simmons. Triple doubles damn near every night. He's going to give you 15, 10, and 10 every night. He's going to play D. Danny Green and Steph Curry joining this team was an excellent pickup.
It helps. They
can shoot.
They need a shooter.
Both of them are knockdown shooters. Danny Green, knockdown shooter. Steph Curry, knockdown shooter. Not to mention, Steph Curry can also handle the ball and make plays from time to time. And you still got Tobias Harris, who's putting up 20 a game this year. He's playing like he wants a contract. He's putting up 20 and 7 every night this season. Tobias Harris is balling. He's the second best scorer on the team behind Embiid. So like I said, y'all keep Philly in y'all radar, man. Like I said, they're my second favorite team behind.
Sleeping on Philly. They've been there. It's just they haven't been able to get over the hump.
I think this year they're getting over the hump. I can see Philly this year if they keep playing how they're playing to get into the Eastern Conference Final against Brooklyn or Milwaukee.
I can see that.
Or maybe Boston if Boston can keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean it's a 3-way between those.
I don't think Miami makes it back. I think last year was just I'm not gonna say because of the bubble, but it is rearing its ugly head. I don't think they make it back. To me, Miami just doesn't have that give me the ball, get the fuck out the way guy.
Oh no, they don't.
Jimmy Butler's nice. He's a hell of a player. Probably top 25, but he's not a guy you can give the ball to play after play after play and say, lead me there. That's not him. He's never been that guy. He's always been on a team that always has another alpha.
Yeah.
He was with the Bulls. They had Derrick Rose. They have him now. He's the man now, but they also got Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo, Dragic. They have a lot of other pieces around him. When he was with Philly, they had Embiid and Ben Simmons. So he's never just been that give me the ball, get the hell out of the way guy. Even Minnesota, they had Towns and Wiggins. So, I mean, even then, he still wasn't the main guy. That's Miami's problem. That's why I think Miami keeps trying to be in trade rumors to get a main bulldog, because the team they have now, Miami's not beating. They're not beating Boston in the 7-game series. They're not beating Philly in the 7-game series, and they're not beating the Nets or the Bucks in the 7-game series. Right now, Miami's probably the 5th best team in the East. Right now, their record. Right now, their record. Yeah, I'm saying now their record. They're not even in the playoffs. Right. But I think they'll definitely be better, because you gotta keep in mind, Dragic and them ain't played in like 5 games. They all in concussion. I'm not concussion, but COVID protocol. Jimmy ain't played. Bam ain't played. Dragic ain't played. Only people that are really playing right now is freaking Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. So Miami will probably, like I said, be 5th seed, but they're losing the first round.
I don't even know if they can get up to 50.
I see them losing in the first round. Miami had a hell of a season last year, but they won't reduplicate what they did last season.
Right now, this will change. Right now, the top 5 is Celtics, Bucks, Sixers, Pacers. Pacers are going to stay
the same. The Pacers may
drop. They lost Oladipo. I don't.
Yeah, they'll drop a couple.
I don't see them staying.
Honestly, Pacers at 6, maybe 6.
Honestly, they might fall out the playoffs.
The Pacers?
Yeah,
I don't think they're going to be that bad, because Caris LeVert can score, dog.
No, didn't LeVert go to Houston? I thought he went to Houston.
No, they sent Oladipo to Houston, and then they sent LeVert to Indiana. Indiana's gonna have LeVert, so my Indiana ain't gonna fall off that much. They still got Brogdon, they still got Sabonis, they still got Miles Turner. They're not gonna fall off that much, but I don't think they're gonna finish 4th seed. I'm not gonna get them that high, but I'm not gonna. I don't think they're gonna finish 4th. I could see them maybe 5th or 6th.
Look, Rockets received LeVert, Rondis, and 3 first-round picks from the Nets. Dante Exum.
But they shipped that trade for Oladipo. I'm telling you, Oladipo is with the Houston Rockets right now.
What's the rest of the particulars?
I know LeVert went to Indiana. I know, but I'm hearing from my sources. I'm hearing from my sources that Caris LeVert, but Oladipo doesn't want to be in Houston, so they may want to look to move him. Because his contract is up after this season.
Time out on that one. Your sources,
my sources.
Okay, Stephen A.
I got sources out here, baby.
You got them inside.
I got them insiders, man.
Come on. You mean Google told you?
Whatever.
Talk about my sources.
But
sources. You don't have any sources, man. What are you?
I hear Oladipo doesn't want to be in Houston. I don't know why, because that's actually a good because he would be the number 1 scoring option with them. Him and
the Pacers, yeah. But hold on, LeVert's not Oladipo. He's a nice player, but he's not no Oladipo.
But if I could pick between the two, I'd definitely rather have Oladipo, because he does more. All Caris LeVert does is score.
Speaking to your sources, whatever Google told you, if Oladipo don't want to be in Houston, what does this guy want? He said he didn't want to be in Indiana. Now you don't want to be in Houston either.
I'm confused. You're on a good team. Houston can make some noise with that team. They can make the playoffs. Where
do you want to go?
Right.
Go back, just go sing.
I think he went to Miami.
Go sing and shut up and quit basketball. Then.
Like you have John Wall as your 1. You have Oladipo at the 2. Daniel House Jr. is no scrub. You got Woods, Boogie. You still got Eric Gordon. They have you still got McLemore. They have plenty of talent on that team. Houston has enough talent on that team to make the playoffs, man.
Okay.
They definitely have enough talent on that team to make the playoffs. Now they're gonna do anything when they get to the playoffs, probably not.
Absolutely.
But they definitely can make the playoffs.
What's the guy talking about his sources? What sources do you have outside of Google?
First of all, Valentino, you hush talking about this joking shit. We about to get into this now. I told you later. That was like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, Jokic, triple dubs.
Yes, Jokic is a hell of a player, dog. I've never said Jokic can't play. He's not a top 15 player in the league, because he definitely is. He's averaging a triple double for a center. That's unheard of. I've never heard of that in my life. But me. When you really look at the statistics, when you really look at it pound for pound between Jokic and Embiid, other than passing, what does Jokic do better than Embiid?
He can shoot better.
Nothing. Their shooting is pretty much about the same. That cancels each other out.
Here's the
thing. Both can hit shots here and there, but they're both not knockdown shooters.
Here's the thing. Listen.
Embiid's a better rebounder. He's a way better defender, and he's a better scorer. I can give the ball to Embiid and say, "Give me 30 tonight." Listen, you can't do that with Jokic.
Embiid's gonna go down low and he'll yam on somebody. Jokic isn't gonna do that. But Jokic is not no slouch.
He's not. I think he's a top 15 player in the league. I think Embiid's top 10.
He's more of a Tim Duncan type player.
Exactly. And Duncan was never the best scorer. He was never the best rebounder.
Outside,
he was good at what he did.
Outside of KD, that man was the best power forward for years and years. And
KD's technically not a power forward. He's a small forward. They just put him at the forward. He's not a power forward.
Are you serious?
He was a small forward in OKC and then when he was with Seattle. And when he was with Golden State, he's not a power forward.
Hold on. Who did I say?
You said Kevin Durant.
Oh, my bad. I'm talking about Kevin Garnett. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm about to say Kevin Durant is not a power forward. He can play power forward, but he's not a power forward.
Outside of Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan was
the best power forward. I completely agree with you.
He may be the best power forward of all time.
He might. He probably is.
Like
with his rings and his numbers, he probably is.
The man.
Only person I would probably put above Duncan is maybe Malone. That man was Barkley.
Barkley, no, I won't. I definitely won't.
Only reason I wouldn't say Barkley because he didn't get any rings.
Not even
because his numbers are better than Duncan's.
For me, not even the rings.
If Barkley would have won a ring or two, I would put Barkley above Duncan.
Overall, Duncan was better for me.
Malone, you can say, but he didn't win a ring. So I mean, Duncan got 5 rings. So you have to put Duncan as the best power forward ever.
Maybe give you the argument of Malone, but outside of Malone, man, he was the best power forward of all time.
Yeah, he was. I no doubt about it. I'm not no argument.
About the 70s and the early 80s. We were not even born or very young. So I won't argue them points of those players, but yeah, Tim Duncan is probably the best power forward of all time.
He's the best power forward ever. But no argument.
I would compare him to Jokic of this day. The man's quiet. He puts up points. He puts up numbers.
Yeah, and that's a good comparison. That's a good comparison.
His team hasn't won a championship, but his team gets there every year. They were in the Western Conference Finals. They're in the playoffs every year. But he doesn't have a Tony Parker. Jamal Murray had an outstanding bubble, but outside of that, he's been He doesn't have a Ginobili.
Exactly. And
there's nowhere anybody. He doesn't even have a third option right now.
People may look at me like I'm crazy, but I'm going to say this because I've been actually thinking about this. The Denver Nuggets are the Miami Heat of the Western Conference. And I'm gonna explain it. You said what?
I could agree with that.
I'm gonna explain it.
I mean, you really don't have to explain it.
They have a lot of talent. They got Jamal Murray, you got Jokic, you got Millsap, you got Will Barton, you got Michael Porter Jr. You have a lot of talent on that team. But their problem, and in today's day and age in the NBA, they do not have that one guy that can take them there. It's not Jokic. Yes, Jokic is their best player, but he's not a guy you can give the ball to every single time down and say, take me there. That's not him. He can't do that. He's not going to beat any good team in the West with Jokic. No, Jokic is not going to score 30, 40 points. That's not what he does. He's not going to do that. And Murray, like Pat just reiterated, ever since then, he's been an average point guard, man. I haven't even heard his name this season. He's been an average point guard. I told y'all.
Yeah, 20 the other day.
I told y'all, and I told Pat this in the bubble. He's not a top 5 point guard, man.
Let's see what he's doing.
He's averaging 18 and 5 or something. John Wall's numbers is better than him, and John Wall been out 3 years, 2 years in a row. Okay, he's averaging 19 and 4. It's not bad numbers. I'm not saying that's not bad.
What do you want from this guy?
But from you to go put up 40 and 50 every night in the bubble that only averaging 19 points, come on, man. Like, that looked like you were a pretender. To me,
here's the thing.
You're showing me you're a pretender.
Here's the thing. The playoffs are a different story, okay?
So you think he's going to ramp it up in the playoffs? You think he got it like that? We could just turn on the switch?
I think he'll put up more points.
Yeah, I think he'll average more than 19.
Hold on. 19 ain't no slouch.
It's not. I'm not saying that. He's not a
second option.
He's not a bad point guard, but the way people was talking about him in the bubble, like he was a top 5 point guard, he's not.
Here you go. For you not to say he's not top 5.
He's not a top 5
I don't know that
guard.
I'm throwing top 5.
I can name top five point guards better than him right now.
I don't know I'm throwing 5. I don't know I'm throwing him in my top 5 of point guards right now.
Maybe top 10.
But what else does he need to do for you to accept this guy?
He needs to be consistent. Assists? No, more 4 assists for a point guard's not gonna cut it, dog. He needs to at least get 5.
19 points though.
He needs to at least get 5 assists, dog. For a point guard, 4
one more assist.
Yes, what means a lot. That could be the difference in a game. 1 assist, that's 2 or 3 points.
One was
that's 2 or 3 points, Pat, an assist. That's 2 or 3 points.
21, 22 points might push him. Hey,
yeah, man. Okay, if he was averaging 22 or 23 with only 4 assists, then I'll give you that. But averaging 19 and 4, come on, man. I'm not saying he's bad. He's nice. Jamal Murray can play the game of basketball. I'm not doubting the man. But I'm just not putting him on the pedestal that everyone else did during that bubble. I don't see it this year. Maybe it's because it's still early in the season, but I'm not putting him in that upper echelon point guards right now. Not with only averaging. Like I said, John Wall's numbers is better than him, and John Wall missed 2 consecutive years.
Hold on, let me see if I can bring this up.
I can name 5.
Hold on. Steph is averaging 28.
I'm not
Luka's
counting
27.
Luka because he's not a point guard.
He is a stop.
Okay, all right, fine. He's a point guard now.
Okay. He's the point guard.
He's not better than Steph. He's not better than Luka. He's not better than Dame. He's not better than Trae Young. For real, he's not better than Brogdon. Brogdon's putting up numbers this year, 23 and 8.
He's 6 in points a point guard.
He's not better than De'Aaron Fox. He's not better than John Wall.
De'Aaron Fox has less points, and where's this?
He has more assists, and he plays better defense.
No, he has one more assist.
Tyler, that matters. I keep telling you that matters. Tyler Hero for real numbers is better than him other than the points.
Tyler Hero's not a point guard.
He's only 2 points behind, but he averages more rebounds and more assists.
Tyler Hero's not a point guard. I don't even know why they have him a point guard, but he's not a point guard. All right. He is 6 right now.
I give you 6, maybe 7. I give you 6 or 7.
Okay.
You got 1,
Brogdon,
2,
I don't even know
4. Brogdon's balling.
I don't know how Brogdon's putting up numbers right now.
He's killing. He was doing good in Milwaukee. Milwaukee was putting up like 17, 18 a game.
Brogdon has less assists than him.
Yeah, but Brogdon's giving you 6, 7 rebounds though.
And technically, according to ESPN, Jamal Murray's only averaging 3.5.
That's bad, dog.
But basketball pro
Steph
reference.
Curry averages 6 rebounds a game. He's only 6'3".
That's because his little midget self squeezes in, and
you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So he's 6. He's 6 in points.
I got him 6th or 7th. He's the 6th or 7th best point guard in the NBA. 6th or 7th.
He's better than Lowry.
Yeah, he's better than Lowry. He's not better than John Wall right now. He's not better than John Wall.
Right now, he's better than Wall.
Not to me. I'd rather have John Wall.
He has more points and more assists. John Wall. Oh wait, hold on. That's not.
He doesn't have more assists. He definitely doesn't have more assists than John Wall. He has more points by 1.
Yeah, okay.
By a basket. All right. And John Wall's a way better defender than
Kobe White. No, he's not better. Hero's not even a point guard. Mike Conley. Clarkson.
Drew Holiday, you have an argument, honestly.
No, you don't.
Yeah, he averages more points, but that's it. Points ain't everything, man.
So stop hating. The man's the 6th in points.
Okay, I give you that. I tell you, he's 6th or 7th best point guard in the league. I say he's top 10. He's just not top 5.
Are you putting Brogdon in your top 5 right now?
He's better than him. He's better than him. He's better than Murray right now.
If you had the choice right now to not even start your team, but have a second option, are you taking Brogdon or are you taking Jamal Murray?
Right this second, with 12 games into the NBA season, I'm taking Malcolm Brogdon. I'm taking Malcolm Brogdon. 23, 6, and 7, absolutely, and he plays D.
Absolutely.
I'm taking Brogdon. I'm taking Brogdon.
Number one, somebody's got to score on the Pacers. Don't forget that. All right.
And he's doing it. He's averaging 23 points a game. Who would have thought Brogdon would average 23 points a game?
Somebody needs to score.
Brogdon is killing. Whoever got him in fantasy, shout out, man.
Someone's got to score. All right. He obviously has to score. Nobody else is scoring outside of Brogdon.
Exactly, Valentino, because he loves to score first. It takes away from him being that dog. In the NBA, in the playoffs, you need a dog. Jokic is not a dog. Yes, he's going to fill up the stats. He's going to fill up the stat sheet, but he's not the guy you look to get you 30, 40 points. It's not who that he is.
Is Jokic not the dog, or is he just not the dog because of the system he plays in? The Nuggets don't ask this man to go out and drop 40 every night.
And that's going to keep being their downfall. They're not going to beat an upper echelon team like that. They're not going to beat the Clippers. They're not going to beat the Lakers.
If the Nuggets asked this man to go
pick him up,
could he? Maybe, but they don't ask him to do that.
I want to see him do that. I wouldn't mind him dropping to 7 assists instead of 10 for him to average 5 more points. That's ridiculous for a
center to average 10 assists.
It is. It's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
But would you want to see him averaging 25, 26, 11, and 7? Or keep having him average and they get to the finals, or him average a triple-double now and they keep losing in the second or third round?
I mean, they were in the Western Conference Finals last night.
Yeah, for the first time.
So why are we saying
the first time, Pat?
Okay. How long has Jokic been in the league? Like 4 years?
No, Jokic's been in the league longer than 4 years. No, it might be around 4 or 5 years. All right, I'll give you that. It might be around this type of KIC. Nikola.
He's been, he's going in his 5th season.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Maybe it's time.
Do you think they're going to make the Western Conference Finals this year? Hell no. You already know they're not, so don't even sit here and try to think on it. They're not making the Western Conference Finals this year. This year, it will be the Lakers and the Clippers in the Western Conference Finals. I'm telling you
Clippers
now.
Don't look that good.
Hold on. The Clippers got a second-best record in basketball. Paul George is putting up numbers.
9-4.
They're second best. The second best record in basketball, Pat.
Who's number 3 right now?
Stop hating on the Jazz.
Stop hating on the Jazz.
You really like the Jazz?
Hell yeah, I love the Jazz.
All right, so if the Jazz play Denver in a 7-game series right now, who you picking?
Probably, I don't know.
Exactly. Yep,
Nuggets beat them last year.
Think about it.
I mean, the Nuggets took them out last year. I can't say it's the
See,
Jazz
the difference between the Jazz and Nuggets, the Jazz have a dog that they can go to and get you 30 or 40. Get Donovan Mitchell the ball, he's going to get you 30.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. But like I said, the Nuggets don't ask Jokic to be their dog. So maybe
do you think it's going to be time? If they don't make it to a Western Conference Finals this year, do you think it's time for Jokic to step up and be that dog? I need to get 25 a game.
Yeah, of course.
It's time for me to get, or Jamal Murray get 25 a game. One of them has to get 25 a game.
Someone has to.
They can't keep having 20 and 19 and all that shit. It's not going to cut it in the Western Conference, man. It's just not.
But we'll see what happens. We're going to jump in quickly. The Browns, Steelers, they played playoffs.
Shocker of the world.
I wouldn't say shocker of the world. Somebody on the show chose.
I picked the Steelers.
The Steelers to win, and somebody chose the Browns.
I did not expect the Steelers to Big Ben to throw 4 interceptions.
What do you mean? He's thrown like 2 or 3 every week.
Four? Okay,
so if
that's bet. I can see 1 or 2 when shit happens. Is it really that big of a difference? Yeah, that's a big ass difference in a playoff game. They scored 28 points off turnovers. That was the difference in the game because they still only lost by 11 points.
Listen,
Ben Roethlisberger threw for 500 yards.
That's because he threw 68 times. Who the hell throws 68 times in a game?
I ain't never seen no quarterback.
You better put in 500 yards if you throwing 70 fucking times in the game. Come on now. What the ridiculous 68 times?
I know his arm's tired, man. He got to be.
Number one, like I'm going to reiterate, somebody picked the Steelers.
I picked the Steelers.
Somebody picked the Browns. I prove it every week. Who knows his sports knowledge more?
I still beat you this week.
We'll have to look.
You picked Seattle. I told you the Rams was going to win.
I don't think you picked the Rams.
I did pick the Rams. I see it from here.
No, it was.
I picked the Rams.
No, you lost then because you said if golf plays, you picked the Rams.
He played. What do you mean? I won. He played. Golf played.
Oh man!
Now, I told you. Yeah, now.
I said
golf played.
You whatever. But hey, the Browns.
Listen, yeah, I'm very impressed with the Browns beating on the Steelers like that. I'm very, very impressed.
I wasn't sold on the Steelers, but the Browns basically needed everything to work in their favor.
It definitely did.
The first play of the game, Pouncey throws the snap over Big Ben's head.
Yeah, that was just a lot. Some of that stuff was unlucky on the Steelers.
The defense recovers touchdown. I think the Steelers punted on the next possession. Browns came down. So they put up 27. It was like 27,
28-0 in the first quarter.
And
that's no team's coming back from that unless you got an Aaron Rodgers or Mahomes.
Listen, of course they were back in the game. They made it.
Yeah, they came back and cut it. I think 9 points, 8 or 9 points, something like that. They definitely made a hell of a comeback.
I think they got down to 10.
But keep in mind the Browns didn't have Denzel Ward then either.
They didn't have Denzel Ward.
Keep that in mind also.
They didn't have Joe Patoni. They didn't have Olivier Vernon. I mean, they were down to Slim Pickens. Their fucking backup got hurt, and the backup's backup played. This guy's name was I forgot what it was, Baker or Parker or some. The lineman that came in, I was listening to the radio, and they said literally Baker Mayfield met him for the first time in the locker room before the game started. He came off of the Packers or the Lions practice squad, I believe, and he had to go play. The backup got injured, so the backup played. Like this, they needed everything to work in their favor, and it did. Listen, shout out to Baker. The man has shut me up week after week now. What do you have? 3 touchdowns? I think he had 300 yards. I'll have to double.
Yeah, I think he had 297 or some shit like that. It was close.
Let's see.
And he threw 2 touchdowns.
I think he had 3.
Too bad at all.
He had 3 touchdowns. 1 to Landry, 1 to Chubb, and 1 to Hooper.
He did.
263 for 3 touchdowns. Again, that's good. No turnovers. Good numbers. Nick Chubb, 76 yards rushing. Kareem Hunt, 2 rushing touchdowns. Nick Chubb again, 69 yards receiving. Landry's a beast. He's a fucking dog. 92 yards and a touchdown. I love Landry. Talk shit, get some people's face, and produces.
I miss Odell, and they're gonna miss him this weekend.
They might. But
they're going to miss him this weekend, and you're going to see why.
Like, no shots when I say this, but he's being a cheerleader on Twitter. He's supporting his team from.
He's been a great teammate. That's why I don't understand people, man. He messing up the locker room, and no, the he wasn't. I've heard from numerous sources. Yes, my fucking sources.
Here you go.
People in the locker room.
Where these sources go? I need to find these sources.
Odell was a hell of a teammate this year. He was encouraging his teammates. He wasn't a distraction. He was doing everything he was supposed to. You didn't hear Odell's name in the tabloids like he was in previous years. He was doing everything he was supposed to. So this narrative of Landry's a locker room killer and not Landry, I'm sorry, Odell. He's a locker room killer and all that crap. Let's shut up, man. No, he's not. He's a hell of a teammate. Oh, we drinking already, JP. What you saying? I'll blow down after the game. We there. But yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you, the Browns. I don't even think Lady Luck can help them this weekend.
Listen, here's the thing. Number one,
I don't think Lady Luck can help them.
Number one. To the Steelers Browns game. Number one,
get them views up.
Chase Claypool, shut the fuck up. All right.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, Landry. I mean, Claypool and Juju both need to shut the hell up. Y'all started the beef and the joking on the Browns. To my they're the same old Browns and. Claypool want to be a sore loser, talking about they're going to get clapped next week. Motherfucker, you just lost. Who are you to say anything about what happens beyond this point? You lost. Shut up.
Exactly.
You shouldn't be saying anything. You lost.
Number one, you lost. You're at home. And yeah, he said, "Oh, they're going to be right here on the couch with me." Number one, that's not guaranteed.
You're right. That's definitely not guaranteed. I think it's going to be a better game than people think.
You called the Browns classless, yet Juju Smith every fucking week is on TikTok dancing on people's logos at the 50-yard line. And then Juju comes out and says, "Oh, they're just the same old Browns. I ain't worried."
And y'all lost. Y'all got smacked in the mouth.
Y'all got smacked. All right. So number one, if you want to call anybody classless, and
it was y'all started it. We don't get mad because we clap back. When we grown men, at the end of the day, they're going to say something back.
You got smacked. You lost, and you're just a sour.
Y'all clowned us. We clowned y'all back. What did you thought was going to happen? We just wasn't going to say nothing.
So Chase Claypool, shut the fuck up. You lost. You got nowhere to speak. You didn't produce. You had a touchdown at the end. Outside that,
Juju produced. I give him that. Juju had a game, but
someone had to have.
Yeah, you threw for 500 yards, right? Somebody had to have 100 yards.
68 fucking passes. Chase Claypool, shut the fuck up.
You had a hell of a season, but shut up, man. I liked you as a receiver, but that made me. You lost some cool points with that one. Just take your L like a man and get ready for next season. Because I think you're going. I think you're going to be a number one receiver next season. I'm going to look to draft you in fantasy next season. Because you can put up numbers. I'm going to look to draft you. Listen, but just don't be a sore loser, man. It's no point. Do not be a sore loser. Please don't.
Listen, Big Ben, it's time for him to hang it up. I mean, yeah, this man
he's contemplating. He already said. He said he doesn't know if he's coming back.
He looked defeated. He looked old. He looked bad.
But I think after that, he's going to come back for at least one more year.
Maybe
he has to.
But I mean,
he can't go out like that, Pat.
Listen,
in his career.
But here's the thing.
He can't go out like that.
Do you want Big Ben to go out in the playoffs having a shitty game yet? People won't remember.
No,
they'll remember his glory days.
Yeah, they will.
Two rings. The guy that couldn't be taken down. Big arm, putting up big numbers. Or do you want to have your little stupid goodbye tour and just be bad? Because
I don't think he's going to be bad. I think Pittsburgh is still going to be a playoff team.
They're not going to put up. Number one, they got 20 free agents, and their cap space is not that good. Juju
might be going.
Juju is a free agent. Okay, so
but Claypool's coming back, and they still got Deontay Johnson and Ebron, so they still have a passing game.
But they got free agents. They got a lot of things to consider. That man just needs to hang it up. All right. I was listening to the radio.
I may give him one more year. Maybe.
I mean, he's got no more than 1 year.
He has a whole offseason to get in shape to do everything right.
I was listening to the radio earlier, and the person I was listening to, Ken Carmen, he's a local guy, and I guess he does a national radio on Saturdays. But he made up a very, very, very good point. He said if Ben Roethlisberger took the route like Tom Brady as far as conditioning and staying in shape,
he could play another.
No, not even that. Ben Roethlisberger could have been the best quarterback of our generation.
He could have been. I don't argue with that. I definitely don't argue with that.
He had 2 rings to start off with.
In his first several years in the league,
6'8", fucking 260. Nobody could bring this guy down. The guy could run. He had a rocket of an arm. But year after year, he came back, putting on more weight. Taking more hits, more weight, this, that, he could have been the best quarterback of our generation. And Tom Brady is amazing, of course. But if he would have took the route that Tom Brady, someone who's 43 now,
still balling,
put up
still
40 touchdowns.
Still a top 5 quarterback.
He could have been in that conversation if he would have stayed in shape. But
Brady's coming back next year. We already know that.
Just didn't take care of his body, and it shows. He's been hurt and beat up year after year and put on weight. But I mean, listen. If he comes back, it's a farewell tour. We all know he said he's at least got
one more year. He's not going to play no 2 more years. Next year will be his last year if he comes back.
I don't think he should. I really don't.
I think he should because I wouldn't want to go out like that.
I mean, but at some point you have to go out. Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice went out being cut by the Seahawks trying to make their team. You know what I mean? And that's arguably the best receiver ever.
Arguably, he's the best receiver.
I mean, Randy Moss, Terrell Owens.
I got him second. T.O.'s third. Them the best receivers ever.
T.O. didn't get any rings, but that man with Philly came back from a fucking torn Achilles and put up 100-some yards and touchdowns in the fucking Super Bowl. But listen, in my opinion, Big Ben, hang it up, man. You had 4 interceptions. You put up 500 yards in that game, but you threw 68 times. He was on the bench. Everyone jokes about him crying. I don't care. Good.
Yeah, he was upset. He was so because he knew he should have played. If he didn't throw them 4 interceptions, they would have probably won.
He may have been crying because he felt it's time.
He let his team down.
No, not even that. He may feel like it's time.
That too. He may feel it like that.
My opinion, hang it up, Big Ben. You had a great career, 2 Super Bowls, a bunch of numbers. But yeah, I think the Steelers need a change at quarterback. The Browns are rolling. Here's the thing. They play KC. The Chiefs are a juggernaut. Okay, Pat Mahomes is probably the best quarterback in the league.
Ain't no probably. Just say it.
I mean, real talk, I'll argue Tom Brady's still the best in the league. I mean,
he's
the man
top 3.
He put up 40 touchdowns at 43 years old. Like, let's not forget Tom Brady is still there. But Pat Mahomes is probably, for me, 1 and 2, Tom Brady, Pat Mahomes. Fucking Tom Brady is ridiculous. But
best quarterback ever. It's not
listen,
even,
they got Kelsey.
An argument no more.
They got a lot of offense. Here's the thing. The Browns could win this game. They can. All right.
The Browns need a world performance from somebody to win this game. Listen, I'm gonna say it like
here's the thing.
Because that 4 interception shit's not gonna happen with Kansas City.
It's not gonna happen.
Don't bank on turnovers to be the reason y'all win the game.
Here's how it ends. If the Browns go down 2 touchdowns,
it's over.
It's over. There's no coming back.
No, it's
not even close.
Because Mahomes is gonna keep his foot on your neck. He's not about
to
let
no way to come back from 2 touchdowns. So you can't have turnovers, which I mean, Kansas City's defense isn't that good. You can't have turnovers,
but they don't break.
And you cannot get too far behind. If they score on the first drive, you got to score on the first drive. If you let them score and you don't score, you're going to be in trouble, and it's probably going to be a long day because the Browns' defense isn't very good either. But Kansas City is beatable. Listen, everybody in the playoffs right now, AFC and NFC, are beatable.
I agree. I agree. This is wide open this year.
Like Kansas City, they've lost 1 game. They are monsters, but they're beatable, okay? They lost to the Raiders, I think is their only loss, but they've shown vulnerability throughout the season. They haven't played in 2 weeks. They have a little, off-week rust.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But you can't have turnovers, and you can't get too far behind. You go down 7, maybe 10, you're all right. You go down 2 touchdowns, you're done.
Yeah, I completely agree with that take. They cannot play catch-up with Patrick Mahomes. It's not going to happen. Not with Baker Mayfield. Not saying he's a sorry quarterback because he's proven he's a franchise quarterback, but he's not an Aaron Rodgers or a Drew Brees or a Josh Allen. He's not about to come back from a 2-touchdown lead against Patrick Mahomes. He's just not. If you don't have an elite quarterback like a Deshaun Watson or somebody like that, Lamar Jackson, it's not coming back. It's not coming back. Oh yeah, we're coming to Deshaun. That's my boy. He's not doing that. The Browns need to run the ball. Don't give up a big play. They're going to give up points. You're not going to shut Mahomes down. Just do not give up big play after big play to Tyreek Hill. Denzel Ward, you got your work cut out, boy. You got your work cut out for you. Yeah, you're going against the fastest receiver in football. He's a top 5 receiver. You got your work cut out for you. Do not let that boy torch you like he did damn near everybody other team. Else. And then you got Kelsey's going to kill the Browns linebackers, man.
He's going to eat.
The Browns have that needs to be their number one concern in the offseason, the Browns in the draft or free agency is to get 2 linebackers. Browns linebackers are awful. Awful. They need to grab 2 linebackers in this draft or in free agency because their linebackers are garbage. Yeah, I just do not like any of their linebackers. I just don't. and you have to check Travis Kelce, who's basically a fucking receiver.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like they just have too many weapons, and you still can't sleep on Sammy Watkins can still beat you. Like you just
he needs to shut up.
Miko Hardman and DeMarcus Robinson, like they just have too much speed and too many weapons, man. Like it's just
Sammy
crazy.
Watkins needs to shut up.
Oh, speaking of which,
I saw that little thing. Sammy Watkins needs to shut up. He's hurt every year. That's the cameras over here. Stupid. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, all the quarterbacks in the team. You see who first though.
But Sammy Watkins needs to shut up. You don't need to give them bulletin board material, and you pretty much did, buddy. Juju did it last week. They built on that. They strived on that. And you talking about, oh, I'm not worried about the Browns, bro.
Who said that?
Sammy Watkins.
Don't nobody respect the Browns, man.
Sammy Watkins, you're never fucking healthy. You play like 4 games a year, and then you're in and out the rest of the year. Shut up.
In them 4 games.
Yeah, he'll put up numbers in first 4 games.
You're right. You don't play the rest of the year.
Shut up. You know what? You know what? Don't shut up, because I'm glad you're talking, because you're gonna give the Browns that motivation, and let's fucking get it, man. I got to work tomorrow, so hopefully I see the game while I can. But I'm excited, man. This is gonna be a hell of a fucking game.
Yeah, I can't wait. 3:00 game, 3:30. I definitely can't wait.
We'll recap what we predicted last week. We predicted the playoffs.
Start off with that Browns game.
Browns, we both. Well, no Dante went Browns. I went Browns. I'm sorry, Dante went Steelers. I got it. Bam! Don't fuck with them Browns, baby. We'll go up to the first game. We both went Bills. That game was, it was closer than it should have been, but I don't even know how it was that close, to be honest with you. Philip Rivers should probably hang it up himself. I think he got probably 1 more year. The Colts said they'll talk to him in a month. They'll give him some time to reflect.
They need to draft a quarterback, though.
Yeah,
I think he's draft a quarterback.
Rams, Seahawks. I went to Seahawks, and I gave Dante, since he lost in fantasy football and in the regular season predictions, I gave him his stupid what ifs. So Jared Goff did play, and he got that. I gave me a check, and it's a minus. We both went Bucks. We both went Ravens, and we both went Saints. So. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, hold on. No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we tied. So 5-5. Still can't beat me. You could tie me, but you can't beat me, bro. All right, let's quickly talk about this week's games. Where they at?
Leave that up.
What, the standings? Yeah, I'll leave it up. The Rams and Packers are playing right now. Packers. Aaron Rodgers.
I'm gonna give y'all an update, a live update. This is how we gonna do it for y'all. I'm about to give y'all a live update right now.
3-3.
Yeah, 3-3.
You're too slow.
Whatever. This game is gonna be closer than people think. The Rams play defense. Ramsey is not gonna get lit up by Deshaun Watson.
Who?
I'm sorry, Deshaun Watson.
Who?
He's not going to get lit up by Devontae Adams, man. Devontae Adams is the best receiver in football this year, but he's not going to get just dogged and drug all over the field all game by Devontae Adams. He's just not. Devontae Adams don't even have no catches.
He has a catch for 8 yards.
Yeah, 1 catch for 8 yards.
It's the
second quarter. He got 1 catch.
Okay. Calm down.
Ramsey is. Listen, man. The Rams can win this football game. I'm just telling you now. I ain't going against Aaron Rodgers. I ain't saying that.
All right, then. I'm going Packers.
If the Rams win this game, I wouldn't be shocked.
Why would you be shocked? They were the best team in the NFC.
No, I said I wouldn't be shocked.
Oh, you said Rams. I'm sorry. I misheard you. But you go Packers. You like Bills, Ravens. Today at 8:15.
Game of the week.
These are all games of the week.
No, that's not no game of the week.
Rams Packers is not a game of the week.
That's the weakest game out of all of them.
Right or wrong? Okay, yes, but it's still a game of the week.
No, that's the game of the week. That's the most important game.
The whole playoffs are games of the week. You might as well not. You should have said playoffs game of the game. All games of the week. All games of the week.
Let me come up with the freestyle stuff.
Listen, Rams Packers game of the week. They're all games of the week this week. There's not one bad team in the playoffs right now.
It's not. I agree with that.
Not one.
So it's not.
Games of the week. You see, I put the
Any of these teams can make it to the Super Bowl except the Browns.
Hater. Any of these teams can win the Super Bowl right now. Any of them, including the Browns. And I might just pick be picking the Browns for the Super Bowl.
I bet you $100 the Browns ain't
Let's
making
go.
the Super Bowl.
Let's go. If they win today, they're going to the Super Bowl.
You think they're gonna beat Lamar Jackson, who's their kryptonite?
Yes. If they beat Patrick Mahomes,
we're betting on that game.
If they beat Patrick Mahomes, they're beating
Lamar Jackson's another animal.
They're not the Ravens. Speaking of Ravens,
so you picking the Bills? You picking Josh Allen?
Ravens are.
Now you want to jump on Josh Allen's bandwagon?
Number one. Josh Allen has a fucking gun.
These are my two favorite quarterbacks. You have to pick one of them other than Dak. You have to pick one of them. I like both of them. They're my two favorite quarterbacks.
I'll pick Josh Allen over
Prescott.
I'll pick Josh Allen over fucking.
So you picking the Bills?
Yes. Number one, Josh Allen can run, and he's got a better arm than Lamar Jackson.
He's more accurate and has a better arm. I agree.
If they get ahead by 2 touchdowns like the Browns, the Ravens are done.
Oh, no, Lamar can come back. I'm not
The Ravens are done.
Lamar can come back. He's done it
He
before.
can't run that much. He can only run so much.
Oh, he can run a lot.
He can only run so much. He can only run so much. I'm going Bills. Bills over the Ravens. Fuck the Ravens. Nevermore.
You just don't want the Browns to face them.
I'm not afraid of the Ravens.
So you think the Browns going to beat Josh Allen?
Yes. Yeah, we are. No, that was Tennessee. I'm thinking of my bad. Yes, we could beat the Bills. We can beat the Bills.
Are we about to stop Stephon Diggs? Probably not.
Who is going to stop Stephon Diggs? Nobody. Maybe Jalen Ramsey. I think
probably the only corner who can slow him down.
That's it. Let's go.
Ward's going to get lit up if he got to play
Let's go, Josh
Diggs.
Allen. Let's go, Bills.
I like the Bills. I told you at the beginning of the year I liked the Bills.
You roll with Josh Allen all
season. Oh, see, I told you that. And I'm going to draft him next year if he's available as my 5th pick. I'm drafting him.
Why do you even know you have? You don't know that you have the 5th pick.
No, I'm saying when I pick 5th, whatever my time the pick is 5th, not my draft order 5th pick.
What?
My running backs, my first pick, my receiver.
Oh, he's second, definitely won't be.
That.
Oh, if that's
he's not going to be a first round pick.
If he's your 5th option. He's gone.
Well, I picked that
round 5. There's no way he lasts. He's gone the first round. You realize
first round?
Absolutely.
Only quarterbacks going first round is probably Patrick Mahomes. Nobody else is going for Lamar Jackson.
Josh Allen will go first round. Patrick Mahomes will go first round. Outside
That's it. Josh Allen may go second. I give him second, not first. Only quarterbacks ever go first is Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. That's it.
He'll be good. He'll be going first round.
Maybe Aaron Rodgers. Maybe
he'll be going first round. Oh, yeah. So who you picking? All this talk. You love Lamar. You love the Ravens, huh? Who you picking? Go ahead and pick your Ravens.
I'm going to pick the Ravens for one reason.
Don't pick, for many reasons, apparently.
Because they've been here. Bills haven't been here.
Yeah, but what have they done while they got here? They went home.
But they know this type of environment.
Okay.
They know this type of
They weren't good in this environment.
They won last week.
Finally.
And you didn't think they was going to beat Derrick Henry.
Did I? No,
you picked them, but you was a little skeptical.
No, I wasn't. I told you if they got ahead, and Derrick Henry got knocked out the game. He wasn't even a factor last week.
The Titans will never make it over the hump with that team.
No, they won't because
they're too dependent on Derrick Henry.
Whatchamacallit is not.
And Tannehill's not a bad quarterback. They're just too dependent on one player.
He's not that gunslinger.
If like I told you, if Derrick Henry don't get 100 yards, they lose.
Pretty much.
That's bad. See, Dallas not like that with Zeke. If Zeke don't get 100 yards, Dallas can still win the game.
They can, yeah.
Same with Dalvin Cook. If Dalvin Cook don't get 100 yards, Kirk Cousins can still throw for 300-400 yards. You're not getting that with
tomorrow. The early game, Browns versus Chiefs, 3:05. I already know you picked.
Yeah, nigga, mark it.
Patrick Mahomes and your Chiefs.
Not saying the Browns aren't going to make this a game because they are.
I'm going.
Do not get me wrong. The Browns will make this a game. It will not be a blowout.
Let me repeat that. I'm going Cleveland.
Are you all right? I'm gonna ask you a question.
Let's go, Browns. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Let's go, Browns.
This how I know we would never go to Vegas together. Are you making this pick off your heart or your head?
I would say
honestly. Be real with yourself.
I would say 25% my heart, the rest with my head.
You honestly think Mahomes is gonna lose to Baker Mayfield?
Listen. Baker Mayfield has shown he could the Browns could put up 40 points.
Yeah, but
they've shown
they're going to stop Mahomes from putting up 50?
Is the Chiefs going to stop any? They're not a dominant defense.
The Browns are going to score every time they get the ball. And let's just keep it funky. They're not going to score every time they get the ball.
Peoples-Jones.
Maybe if they had Odell, it would be a different dynamic.
Hooper is not. He's not Kelsey, but he's a good Kelsey. And Njoku.
They don't even use Njoku, which I wish they would.
They get him a couple of passes. You go Bryant if he's playing. Another weapon at tight end. You got Chubb. You got Donovan Peoples-Jones. You got Landry. You got Higgins that will put up his points or he'll get his numbers. And you got whatchamacallit?
Chubb and Hunt.
Thank you. Kareem Hunt is out for blood. He fucked up.
The team that made his career.
He made his own career. Give me a break.
The team that made his career.
He made the Chiefs relevant at that time. He was the leading rusher in the league.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt was probably the best running back in the league for 2-3 years.
Is out for blood. Feed that man. He's gonna have 120 yards total between receiving and rushing.
You honestly believe he's gonna have 120 scrimmage yards?
Yes.
You honestly believe that?
Yes. He's out for blood. So
we betting on this game?
We won't bet.
What we betting? We bet 25.
I bet 25 with you. You remember the last bet? I think I should have. You owe me another one. Technically, you owe me another one. When we picked that game, you paid me. But I told you Wiggins wouldn't have over 15. He had 15 exactly.
So that's a neutral bet.
I said he will not have over 15. And he didn't. He hit 15 that day. You owed me. I think it was like another 10.
This nigga hit exactly 15.
He had exactly 15. He did not have over 15 that game. But yeah, hey, what we say? 25?
25. We bet 25.
Let's go, Browns. Let's go. And then Bucks, Saints, the battle of the old heads.
Wow.
The grandpas. The all games of the week. Stop saying that. Oh, what happened? Did we get kicked from Facebook?
No.
Yours is
video is interrupted. The broadcast has been paused.
My phone probably died. Well, we're still on YouTube going, so that's all right. I think my phone died, probably. That's all right. Can I share this? No, this is YouTube. So seeing if I can share this.
Yeah, share. Y'all about to share. Just share it to Facebook.
I don't know that I can.
You should. It should be a share, but yeah, it's right there.
Hold on, let me maximize the screen. Where do you see a share button?
That's the share button.
Is it? Yes. I should have done this in the first place.
Right.
Everybody will watch our damn.
I mean, don't share it now because we ain't done.
I know. No, because they can tune in.
Oh, is that how it works, or you gotta wait till you close out your video? You gotta make sure that's how...
If they click the link, they can come watch the live.
Oh, okay. All right.
Jeez. Where were we at? Oh, the grandpas. But yeah, they're all games of the week. I don't know why you keep saying
the grandpas
is game of the week. Yeah, I think my phone died on Facebook.
Yeah, it had to because it just all ended. I should have started my phone though.
I thought it would last. I think I had like 40%, but it just didn't last. Sorry, people. Watch us. Live. No, just I got the feed going. Oh my goodness. You're not even facing the right way.
Oh,
that's why. Listen. Oh goodness. Why don't you could have just went and put it over there? Oh, you're silly. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Where's that refresh? That's terrible. It's gonna fall. It's going to fall as soon as you let go. See, we got the YouTube. They can click on YouTube and watch us live there. Either way. Yeah. Oh gosh. What are you doing? You could have left it where it was. Oh, Jesus. Just stop. You're done. You're done. Where was I going? Oh yeah, the grandpa game. I'm going Bucks, man. There's nobody stopping Tom Brady right now. You're doing terrible at what you're doing. You don't even have you in the picture. You should have just left it up there, or you could have stood up and took the freaking stand where my phone is at. Goodness gracious, why do I even bother? Yes, let's look at our chests, everybody.
Yeah.
Here, give me your phone if you want to do it. Goodness gracious, how do you? Where's it?
People, we got y'all. We will never just leave y'all hanging, man. And I need some suggestions of what to eat, man. Tell me what y'all think I should eat.
Oh, you don't have auto rotate, do you?
Yeah. Just swipe the top of the screen down. It all comes up. If it's already on there, it should be.
Bad now. We just went downhill from here. Okay, let's do this. Let's say rotate. Okay, so let me do this one.
Damn, that shit good, man.
Hey, can't even do it like that.
No, that's good. Leave it.
No, because it says you can't rotate.
There you go. See, he told you.
Did it say?
Yeah, look.
On the other way then. Shit.
Right.
Shit, whatever. I don't know why I got to do this, but that's fine. All right. So your phone is live for the last portion. But hey, if you're on Facebook and you want to, you can just click on the link my page YouTube and go to YouTube watch it. But yeah, the grandpa game of the week, Tom Brady versus Drew Brees. I think this is Drew Brees' last season. It's been rumored it is his final season.
Yeah, I think Drew Brees might be done after this year. They gonna roll with Taysom Hill.
I'm going Bucks. I just don't think there's anybody really stopping Tom Brady at this point. It's going to be hard to stop this man with all the weapons he got.
Hell of a game.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna go Buccaneers too because I actually got money on this game. Somebody picked the Saints, Clayton, and I picked the Buccaneers. $200 bet.
Clayton don't know what the hell he talking about.
So we're gonna
how much?
$200.
Jeez. You went? Who'd you go? You went?
I picked the Buccaneers. I told him at the beginning of the season the Buccaneers was gonna make the NFC Championship game. That was our bet. He said they wouldn't. I said they would. That was the bet.
Yeah, I don't see
if they win this game, I win the bet because they'll be in the NFC Championship game.
You went Bucks? Yeah, we both went Bucks. So yeah, should be a good game. These two men have been putting up points.
We only disagreed on one game
for their entire career. They're top 5 of all time. They're just incredible.
No, I'm not putting Drew Brees in no top 5. He like 6 or 7.
Whatever. Apples and oranges, I guess. But hey, so that's the NFL. Should be a great weekend of games. And like I said, the Packers are going on right now. Packers up 10-3.
Hey, who's scoring? Go down, Tristan.
I'm trying to. Give me a second here. Devontae. Let's go. I don't care. He still scored a touchdown. Still scored a touchdown.
2 catches for 9
yards. And a touchdown. Points. Let's go, Devontae.
He got 8 points right now.
Let's go.
So oh yeah, shout out to Urban Meyer, man, for getting shout out to Urban Meyer for getting the Jaguars job, man. I love Urban Meyer.
Screw Urban Meyer.
Why would you diss Ohio State, man? Don't ever do that. Oh yeah, Ohio State got their ass whooped. I forgot about that too. They
got their ass whooped.
Alabama beat the shit out of Ohio State.
Wasn't close.
But I think Ohio State after the second quarter. think Ohio State's coming back. I think Justin Fields is gonna
every year. Justin Fields is in the draft this year. Goodbye.
They still got Sherman coming back, who's probably gonna be the best running back in the country.
I will say that he did
is coming back
first drive, so that hurt.
So yeah, that did hurt with them losing Sherman because that Teague sucks.
Oh, he had 2 touchdowns. He didn't suck
on a 1 yard line. Sherman bust 30, 40-yard runs.
He had like a 25-yard touchdown too. But yeah, Ohio State got their ass whooped. It was I turned it off at the second quarter. They went down like fucking whatchamacallit.
Alabama was just too much. You got 2 Heisman candidates on the same team. That's crazy.
Is it Devontae or Deontay?
Deontay
Smith just destroyed us. I told people.
Yeah, he destroyed, and he didn't even play the second half.
I think he had like 2.
He had 200 yards in the first half. That's retarded. Ohio State will be back next year. They'll be ranked in the top 3.
I mean, they're there.
They'll be ranked in the top 3 because they finished ranked second in the country, so they'll be in the top.
Smith will have 300 yards. He finished with 215
and 3 touchdowns.
Najee Harris, 2 touchdowns. And then fucking Mac Jones put up 400.
I still think Justin Fields is a better quarterback than Mac Jones.
Yeah,
but
he proved out better when it counted.
Because he had a way better team around him.
Yeah. I mean, Ohio State ain't that bad.
I mean, Ohio State got a hell of a team too. I'm not saying that, but Fields just didn't step up this game. That's all. Like I said, losing Sherman early hurt them, and then them having to play from behind. They can't really run the ball with Sherman like they want. So I mean. But like I said, Ohio State will be ranking the top 3 with the off-season poll going in because they got I think they got a second best draft class coming in the in the off-season. So Ohio State's still going to be up there. So no need to be upset. They made the championship game.
That's sideways.
Yeah. So we it's all right. Ohio State will be back. But yeah.
Oh, terrible sideways.
Shout out to Urban Meyer, man.
No, what I was saying, screw Urban Meyer.
To the Jaguars. You can't flip it.
I can flip it if I do this. Which I shouldn't. I mean, the show's basically over at this point.
Live video interrupted. You didn't turn it off.
Oh, shit. Wait, hold on. There we go.
You know the camera upside down.
No, it's not. I just trying to get this going. There we go. It's just not what I want.
Yeah, we got 5 viewers. Keep turning in. I have 3 again.
Fuck it. This is just bad. but that's fine. We got straight up on your side. We can squeeze in whatever. Like I said, go to the damn go to the YouTube link. But man, screw Urban Meyer. Listen, he does this everywhere he goes. I don't know, whatever. I don't care. Listen, Urban Meyer, Florida. He did his thing, won some championships, dipped. He said his health was bad. Went to Ohio State, won a championship, dipped. He said his health is bad. Goes to the perfect scenario in Jacksonville with the number 1 draft pick. A couple pieces. I think they got a couple more draft picks too, but he just picked the perfect scenario to try not to fail. And I don't blame the man, but again, give him like 4 or 5 years. He'll say, "Oh, my health sucks again. I'm gone." Get the fuck, go stay in the announcer's table, fucking Urban Meyer. Stay your ass at the announcer's table. And that is upside down, so maybe that's why it's not working. But stay your ass at the announcer's table, okay? You put your work in college football. There's only been like one college football coach, which is Dansbury, I think his name was. Cardinals did okay. Pete Carroll succeeded his second time around. But no other college coach. Fucking whatchamacallit didn't even do good. Fucking who's Alabama's coach? Well, I can't think of his name. Nick Saban didn't do good in the NFL with the Dolphins. I mean, Harbaugh did good with the 49ers. Outside that has been really thick and thin as far as college coaches succeeding. Yeah, it ended. Yours ended too, so I don't know what happened. That's all right. It was so bad. That was so bad. It's probably because that's upside down and it just didn't register anymore. But that's fine. Let's finish the episode off. Fuck the camera. It's up on YouTube. They could go back and watch the YouTube video. But yeah, Urban Meyer's in Jacksonville. Screw him. I don't care. You left Ohio State because you said you weren't feeling good, and then you go back to Jackson. This is your MO for the last like 10 years. I don't feel good in Florida. That's because I'm about to get sanctioned and all my players left. Oh, I don't feel good in Ohio State. Right? That's number one, completely different. That's probably when the start of COVID happened.
Yeah, and we caught it.
Maybe.
Before everyone
we
else
don't
did.
know. Maybe.
Did you not get sick when we got back?
We
all did.
A lot of us sick when we got back.
And everyone else who was there, I ain't gonna put nobody's name out there, but everybody else who we was with got
sick.
I mean, all of us.
Listen, that was February of 2020.
Right when it started.
I mean, they said it started back in December 19, but they didn't know about it till like March. So, but hey, we may have had it. Who knows at this point? But Urban Meyer, get out of here, man. I'm tired of you.
I like this pickup. I think Jacksonville will be much improved. They're definitely going to win more than one game.
They should. They'll have the number one quarterback.
They got a good. Their running back is set with.
They have Robinson, who's good running back.
Maybe draft a receiver. Maybe draft a receiver or a tight end.
Pick up Juju. He's free.
Right. I'm about to say right. Go get Juju shit. But yeah, that was a good pickup for them. Dallas hired Dan Quinn, the same coach that led the Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta Falcons to the Super Bowl. They took him as their defensive coordinator. He was also the coach of the Legion of Boom in Seattle. So I think he could do good with Dallas defense.
Hopefully, because
Dallas needs nothing on offense. They're set on offense. Dallas needs not one thing on offense. They just need defense. They need a couple corners and maybe a safety. And their defensive line is fine, and their linebackers is fine with Jalen, not Jalen Brown, something Brown, and Sean Lee.
Sean Lee sucks.
And Van Der Esch. But yeah, I can't wait. But back to the NBA for a second.
Okay.
Bring it up.
The standings. What do you want to talk about? Was it this?
I told y'all my sleeper in the West. I told y'all at the beginning of our show, in the beginning of the season.
Oh, shut up.
Who's my sleeper in the Western Conference, Pat?
Shut up.
Who's my sleeper? Just tell the people who's the sleeper in the West.
I'm not even going to mention it. It won't last.
Who's their sleeper in the West? You're looking at him right now. You keep looking at him.
It won't last. It doesn't matter.
They're only one game behind second seed.
Listen, there's two teams. Exactly. The Blazers will not finish fifth.
Nurkic just got hurt.
Yeah, he's gone. He's done for the season. They won't finish top. They're not even going to finish in the playoffs. I told you they're not making the playoffs. So
who ain't?
I told you the Blazers aren't making the playoffs.
They're not making the playoffs.
I can tell you that. Believe me or not, it's up to you.
So the stupid Grizzlies and Pelicans making the playoffs.
Let me see how how the standings are right now. Spurs probably won't.
Warriors, yeah. Dallas, yeah.
I don't
Jazz,
think
right now
I
say Jazz, yeah. Fuck it.
Oh, now you want to jump on? You said they weren't going to make
shit.
it, so you're wrong on that one. I think we had a bet on that.
Out of that is the Spurs.
Spurs
and that's gonna go to either the Warriors or the who else down there?
You know, see now
he's going to the Warriors.
Okay, now the Blazers may make it. Now that I look at
he's
it,
going to the Warriors. The Warriors will be in the playoffs. The Spurs not making the playoffs.
I will say this: the Blazers may now make it because listen,
none of them teams down there is better than Portland.
The reason I didn't have the Blazers in the playoffs is because James Harden was with the Rockets. He's no longer with the Rockets. The Rockets aren't.
Yeah, the Rockets aren't making the playoffs this year.
So this year. Now they may.
I'll be a complete shot.
Now they may make the playoffs by default because the Rockets are gone, but they're not. They'll be 7th, 8th seed. Mark my words.
Who?
The Blazers. Porzingis is back.
Middle of the pack, like
Porzingis is back. So the Mavericks are going to climb. They'll be about 5th, 6th. Nuggets will probably be top 5 once they get it together. Warriors will probably be 7, 8. And the Warriors and Trailblazers will be 7, 8. And the Spurs drop.
That's interesting. So the Clippers and Lakers going to be 1 and 2.
Maybe. I mean,
maybe. Who's beating the Clippers?
Maybe.
Jazz,
baby. The Suns.
Suns. No, the Suns not beating no damn Clippers, and you know it.
I'd take the Suns over the Clippers in a 7-game series right now.
Wow, for real?
Yup.
Who gonna check Kawhi Leonard? Devin Booker?
Kawhi can get his points.
Who gonna check Paul George?
They can.
Yeah, exactly. It's too much. It's too much, man. It's too much. They don't even use Ayton, and I don't like that.
Who I'm gonna put? I'll put Bridges on.
Bridges will get killed if you check Paul George. You know.
Check Crowder. I'm putting Crowder on Paul George.
Not quick enough. It's the old ass.
I'll put Crowder on fucking Kawhi then. Kawhi's a slow player. He gets his buckets, but he's a slow player.
I'll give you that. Paul George.
I'll put Crowder on. I'll put Crowder.
Okay, so who you got? Booker on Paul George?
No.
All right then. Who Booker gonna guard?
Whoever the point guard is, because they're not putting up points. Beverly.
Put Lou Williams at the 1. Then what?
I'll let Lou Williams have his little 10 points.
That's exactly what he gonna get to. Lou Williams sucked this year, man.
He's old, man.
I had to
league
drop
for 20 years.
I picked him. I dropped him, man.
He's been in the league forever, man. Hey, listen, he's been in the league forever.
His career is done. They need to go get Jamal Crawford.
No, Jamal Crawford is even older than Lou Williams.
But he's still better than fucking Lou Williams.
I'm not taking that. I'll take Lou Williams right now.
For real? Over Jamal Crawford?
Yes. Jamal Crawford is like 46 years old.
Dude for some years, man.
Jamal Crawford's like 46.
I mean, 6 man of the year. Jamal Crawford got 3?
Probably like 3.
2 or 3?
2 or 3. He's got to be. All right, but yeah, I think we'll wrap it up. Like I said, very great week for playoff football. The NBA is picking up, even though every team has got COVID players and there's been a ton of cancellations. It's been a ton of cancellations. They need to figure something out because players are getting into COVID protocols like crazy now. They can't do the bubble. They just can't. They're going to lose too much money. They have a couple fans in a couple places.
Yeah, I'm about to say, they can't do a bubble.
But they're not going to
lose way too much money. If
the
they
bubble's
just go
not
to
happening again. They just got to figure something out. They better have players on standby. They
added 2. I know they're talking about adding 2 roster spots to every team.
They need to add roster spots to prevent these fucking cancellations. Even if, I mean,
people just need to wear their mask and stay the hell in the house, man. How the fuck hard? And it's only on road games. You can go home when you're a home game.
Here's the thing.
On the road, stay your ass in the hotel and get some room service.
Here's the thing.
Like,
if you're listen, if you're 28 years old or younger,
yeah, you probably gonna want to.
You're probably gonna want to be out and about.
But you gotta understand.
Maybe I'll push it back till 25 because there's a lot of younger players in the league. For sure, 25 and younger, you're dumb and young. 28,
you should know a little better.
You should know a little better, but you still got people out there who still want to go out and walking about. So they got to figure something out. Like you said, add roster spots, expand the rosters, try to let people be there to fill these spots in. People from the G League or whatever, free agents. Expand the roster spots and stop fucking postponing games. But outside of that, the NBA is about to start picking up. The NFL is in full stride in these playoffs. All good games this week. I'm excited for every game. And that's it, man. That's about all I got.
Shout out to my boy Witty, man.
I'm done.
Hey, Witty, I told you I shout you out, man. Shout out Witty. Yeah. Shout out to Bust Down too, man. I know you see it. Shout out to Bust Down.
I'm gonna throw that toy watch against but that's it. Like I said, Twitter, Instagram, Black and White Just Sports. Go follow him. Facebook, the page, and the group Black and White Just Sports. And of course, YouTube. Go subscribe to the fucking page, watch the fucking videos, and share them. It's that easy. It's just a little bit of support. Damn. I bet you if it was a superstar out here and you wanted to watch some TikTok video or some dumb shit, you would do it. Maybe we'll just start making TikTok videos. Support us that way. Either way, we out of here, man.
Surprise is coming soon, man. Stay tuned.
Maybe. We'll think about it. But hey, appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate y'all talking. All that good stuff. For Black and White Just Sports, I'm Pat.
I'm Dante.
We'll check y'all out next week.
Peace.